The Out of the Darkness Walk is so important and highlights remembrance, support, and hope. With me today is Molly from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and this is such an important topic that we're going to hit today. So please tell me more about your organization and what you all do.
So we raise funds to help fund research, advocacy, and suicide loss survivor support. And that honestly starts with mental health awareness as well. That's where you want to help somebody, is when they're in the struggle and not when they are having to make that choice, or someone who has lost someone who has had to make that choice, which is a very hard choice for anybody. Mental health, everybody's affected by mental health, so anybody can be a support of AFSP. We have the huge walk it's on September 25th, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And then we table events throughout the year to lend support and resources to the community, essentially. You know, we try to hit all the different demographics, different types of events, so on and so forth. So it's something that I thoroughly find a positive passion of mine. So
Yes, because you're touching and helping so many people.
yes.
On such a challenging topic, and I know that the importance is talking about it, because
Yes.
talking about it saves lives.
Yes.
And so what type of resources through your program and through your websites in specific can people go and kind of get the help that they need?
There are all kinds of trainings at afsp.org specifically, and then you'll have the different cities and stuff like that. But there's different trainings, different programs that we can offer for schools, businesses, even funeral homes, different clinical offices, stuff like that. We want to be able to reach as many people and to support as many people as we possibly can. There's virtual ones, there's in-person ones. They're nationwide. So a lot of people who aren't familiar with AFSP don't realize that it is a nationwide organization. And then the chapter for Indiana started 13 years ago. But so there's all kinds of trainings, there's all kinds of events, there's all kinds of resources, different organizations or agencies that people can reach out to through us. So it just kind of depends on what the need is, and the demographic and the age group as well, because we do have programs that can help middle schoolers and high schoolers and college level students, because obviously you want to focus the program on what the audience is, if that makes sense. So.
Absolutely. And throughout that, the organization being national, you guys have 400 events, over 400 events taking place in 50 different cities, which is 50 different states, which is incredible. And so I want to talk about the Out of the Darkness Walk that's taking place here in Fort Wayne on September 25th. Tell me about that event. It sounds really exciting.
It really is. Gates will open at noon for registration. You can register online ahead of time at afsp.org, and then when you arrive, we always double check to see if you've registered or not, because then we want to make sure you're registered, so that way we can show how many people have joined us, because it grows each year. We started out at Foster Park, and then it got so big that they moved to Headwaters. So that's an amazing in my opinion, because I've seen it grow from that to this. So we have a kids area where they paint rocks and piggy banks, and people can write little notes about their loved ones that they've lost, and then we fill the fence with them. We're going to start this year where we have people bring in pictures of their loved ones to fill that fence with. That is such an important part of it, is keeping the ones that we've lost and their memory alive. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And then we have raffle prizes, different companies and businesses throughout Fort Wayne and surrounding areas who donate items to help raise funds as well. We have community partners. I think we have 15 at this time that'll be joining us that day to help lend support as well. And then, of course, we have the different colored beads that represent different people who have been affected by suicide. So I think that's one of the biggest things that holds true to a lot of people, because you see how they've been affected by suicide without even having that conversation.
Right.
And finding that commonality between you is extremely important, because you may not have had a chance to find that support in someone you never had a chance to meet. And that's what Out of Darkness is all about.
Yeah, that's so beautiful, that connectivity and just listening and learning people's stories, because more people are impacted than people realize.
Yep, most definitely.
And with this event, what's so great is that you guys have categorized it in 3 different ways. And so you're offering a community aspect to it, a campus aspect, which reaches out to the students, to the youth that are really impacted by this topic, and then the overnight side of the walk. And so if people want to learn more about getting involved, either walking or volunteering, where should they go?
So for Fort Wayne locally, you will go to afsp.org/Fort Wayne. You can find my contact information on there. You can find out how you can become a sponsor, how you can become a volunteer. If you can't find it on the website, you can always shoot me an email. Be happy to direct you to that information, because sometimes there's a lot of information and it tends to overwhelm people. So yeah, we would love to have anybody who would love to join us who's never has or has been for several years. It takes a lot of work, a lot of work. We plan all year long, on top of doing all the different events, tabling events and stuff like that. So it just kind of depends. So,
well, thank you so much, Molly. I appreciate your service in this organization. I can tell that it touches you, and
thank you.
Really great work that you're doing. So thank you for coming on and sharing it with our viewers.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.